Oh, okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and harvest this right here. Woo! I keep on. Look, look. So I guess this is what happens when you broke a glass and it wants to go in your shoes. I'm not having this, so I'm gonna have to sweep up this broken glass. Cause look, it's in my shoes. Imagine, ooh, it would have been all the way in my shoes. Look at that. Sucker try to go deep. Ooh, imagine if that was my foot. Ooh, Lord. Imagine if that was my foot. Crocs are not good to wear in the garden because this is what happened. It was so close, but it didn't get me. So let me get all those off the ground because I broke something and I never came back to pick it up. Hey guys, how you guys doing? So it is 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in Washington, D.C., Zone 7, Maryland, and I am getting it in. So let me go ahead and pick up all these stuff. Woo. I gotta get all these stuff up. The glass almost got me. All right, guys, so the main thing today that I am going to be taking care of, and it's hard because I've been in the garden all day. It is so hard to get rid of all these things that I need to get rid of today. But who's to say? I got to get the roof off, and since the roof, I was so mad with the roof, the way the person did my roofs 3 years ago. The roof's supposed to able to be up and taken out every summer, but I'm not able to remove the roof every summer. So I got a scissors and I decide to cut on this side all the way down where the dirt is. That's what I'm gonna do. What I'm gonna do with this section of my greenhouse, I am going to have bricks come up at least 4 feet high, and we're turning that into our juice center. So stay tuned for that when I turn 100 square feet of my greenhouse into where I process juice. Okay? Because I am going to be honest, I have a juice center at my place of business, but what's going on with that is when I make the juice here, because sometimes I'm so tired, I don't want to go to the juice center, and I will make some of the juice. And if you guys want to know more about our juice, you can go to www.lowrivertreats.com to learn more about our raw juice that we process. Because yes, that's why we have a garden, so we can process those. And I also do hydroponic in the wintertime. So going back all the way back here, let me take you where the fig, so you can see how the fig is. So I did some wheatgrass because I have dogs. So I did some wheatgrass, and the wheatgrass actually, yeah. Let me see if anybody's. Hello from Alaska. How you doing, GT Junior? Grow it in Alaska. How you doing today? I'm from Washington D.C. and Maryland, so I'm right here on the borderline. So behind me is D.C. and in front of my house is Maryland. Isn't that weird? You have like Washington D.C. behind you, Maryland in front of you. Okay, guys. So this was the wheatgrass. You can actually eat it. Okay, it's wheatgrass. Sweet. This sucker is sweet. So my dog eats it, and I take it and I make some juice. So I had the wheatgrass over here. So let me show you guys my fig. So as we go along, let me turn the camera so you guys can see what I'm talking about. What zone? Zone 7. Zone 7. All right, guys. So I don't get a lot of sun, but I'm able to grow my food. What I normally do, see, look, I'm already cutting out that roof because I want to get some rain this year coming down on me. So the way he did the roof, I'm going to have to get someone to do a total different roof for me. So yeah, but I got the peppers from last year. When I did the video the other night, it was very dark. So the peppers from last year, they're coming up. So what I did was basically propagate the peppers from last year. I didn't hesitate to make more peppers. So I'm gonna look at them and look at the blackberry. Seem like the blackberry is going to get some berries this year. And that's my stinging nettle from last year. I'm gonna harvest that because I also have that to harvest. And the mullein, I just harvest a whole bunch of the mullein because we have people who have lungs issue and they want some mullein. The chocho, I gotta remove this, and then the watermelon, here go the sun coming out. So I have a whole different area over there as well as back here. And this is the fig tree. So the other day I was showing you guys the fig. Here go my fig. And since I don't like to put anything on the ground, I put it in a new pot. I did cut off some of the trims around. I like to use citrus in there. So I use the fertilizer for citrus, and then I use the 5, I think it's what, the 1, 5 and 1 and 5, the fish emulsion, and I did that. So that's my fig tree. As you guys can see, that's how tall the fig tree is. And the 511, thank you. Thank you, GT Grow, Grow It, from Alaska. Yeah, the 511. Look, guys, look, I am not really good with those stuff, but I know what I'm doing, but I'm not really good at that. And over here is the my orange tree. And if you guys can help me out here, it's going away. I think the camera is like fading away. Can you guys see it? Wow. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see it, but this is the because it looked like it's disconnected. Okay, so if you guys can help me out with this orange slash lemon tree. So I have the Satsuma, or I forgot. Look, guys, I bought this around 4 years ago, and now it decides to give me a whole. This is a hardy Satsuma. So it grows in my greenhouse, this is the greenhouse, and as you can see, I'm pulling up all the plastic to remove it. So in the summertime, this is how it is. In the wintertime, it's different. But it have a lot of little baby orange and it's loaded. So if you guys can give me any tips, please let me know. I can see some of them that's growing. If you guys know any tips that you can give me, please do. Look at how much of these babies on here. They are just loaded. If I come closer, they are loaded. And I have it in this bucket. And what I did was I kind of dig around it. And when I dig around it, and then I put the fresh compost in there for this year. So no, I didn't remove it from last year. I just dig around it and let the compost goes in there and then take over. Okay. And then I have tomatoes from last year. And the tomatoes from last year, there's a whole bunch of them right here. So I'm going to pick all these seedlings tomatoes and drop them different places. So that's going to be the main thing. My blueberry, if you guys have anything to basically, thanks GT Junior, grow it. So thank you for stopping by. And this right here is a blueberry. And I think after 3 years, I'm going to finally get some blueberry. So hopefully I finally get some blueberry. My main thing that I love to actually harvest is my fig tree. And I think what I'm going to do, since I love fig so much, I'm going to start a second fig tree. So what I'm going to do is start a second fig tree. And last year, what happened, this one over here, I cut this one over here. And when I cut it last year, and then I grew it again. So let me back up. I could have probably done that. I don't want to go too close to the street. So that's what I did last year. I cut it and then that grew. So what I might do is take it out and add it into another fig tree. I think it's around 3 of those. If anyone can tell me, I think it's 3 of those can be removed from the pot and grow in a different pot. Please let me know. Last year I got some good fig and I was really happy on my fig. So I have these pots over here and I'm buying a little bit more of these pots. I grow strawberries and herbs and thyme, all those stuff in these pots out here. So that's what I'm gonna do. I don't normally grow anything on the ground. I put the rocks, the drain rocks on the ground. If you can see, these are rocks that you can drain pretty good on the dirt. But before I do that, what I normally do is take the garden sheet first and I put it, so the whole back area, I use garden sheets and that should be good. Just in case I need to do some watermelon, and if I need to do some watermelon, that's going to be the case. So this is how I'm growing my food this year. It's not a lot of sun, but I have been growing it now for 4 years without a lot of sun. And I like to grow a lot of herbs. So I don't know what I'm going to do with some of these tomatoes from last year. I didn't have to do seedlings because these tomatoes was in the greenhouse. And what I did basically, I think there's some ginger over here. There's some ginger that's growing over there. And what I'm going to do is remove some of these tomatoes and put them in a different area. Over here, I'm going to now drop 2 big pots over there so I can get that started. I also have a whole different, I have a table over here. And what I decide to do, I decide to take these sticks and drill them on the table. And I'm going to put them all the way around. This one right here decided to bend. I don't know about this one. This one is not stable at all. But I'm gonna have to just drill a hole in the other side and take a piece of thread and thread it. So what I have over here, I have some spinach, some kale. This area is where the sun, I do not get a lot of sun, which I'm fine with because this is where all the herbs and lettuce and stuff like that do not need a lot of sun over on this side. Okay, guys, so let me go ahead and get started. I just wanted you to guys to see how the fig tree was coming up. And then after I set up everything, I got to bleach the floor. Since I am not growing anything on the floor, I literally put this on here last year. So since we're going to turn this into my juice center on this side, they're going to, and this part is my pride and joy. How did I build this greenhouse? And look, this greenhouse is stable, right? But how did I build this greenhouse? So the greenhouse is built in buckets. So if you want to just do your greenhouse in a bucket, you can. What I did, I threw some cement rock in the bucket, and then I got the pressure treated 4x4, and they stay in a bucket. And I use around 6 buckets to anchor this whole area. And then I build this whole thing up to around 10 feet high. So it's a 200 square feet. So it is 10 feet this way, and it's 10 by 10 that way. So it's 20 this way, it's 20 this way, and 10 this way. So I'm going to go ahead and get this organization together because I really need to get it together. If I get tired, I'm just going to have to hire someone to finish it for me because this is a lot of work for me to do this year. And it's very humid out here. It is so humid, it just don't make no sense at all. I thank you guys for staying tuned, and hopefully you guys will come back to my channel to see how I'm doing. The house next door me gets wonderful sun, but you can see I got this tree over my house, and it takes up a lot of the sun. So I don't get a lot of sun back here because it takes up a lot of the sun. But I'm still able to grow my food, and I appreciate everything that God gives me. Thank you guys for watching, and hopefully you guys will come back just to stop by, whether I'm making soap or doing my garden. Hopefully you guys will stop by. This is Norda Nicole saying thanks for watching.